Hi there, it's Tiffany of Clarity, Confidence, Courage, Women's Empowerment. I am a women's life coach that helps heart-centered, empathic, compassionate women who've gone through a difficult divorce rebuild, reclaim, and redefine so they can build a life that they absolutely love. On this channel, I talk about self-development, mindset shifts, and really understanding the tools that you need to build a life that you desire and that you love. All right, for today, we're going to be talking about this idea of power of setting requirements for your life. What does it actually mean to set requirements for your life, and why do you need them? Now, before we jump in, make sure you share, like, and subscribe, and let other women who are like you, who have gone through divorce, know that this channel exists and is here to help them create lives that they absolutely love. All right, let's jump into this content. Now, when I talk about requirements that you have for your life, I'm talking about specifically the rules that you follow, the rules that you have put in place that you must follow for yourself, and then the rules for the outside world, the rules that you have for your life that other people need to follow to be in your life. So two different types of requirement settings that you should have in your life. Now, when you think about it, we have rules in our society. We live in a rule-oriented society. And if we didn't have rules, there'd be chaos all the time. So it makes sense for you to have rules in your own life and requirements for yourself so that you don't have to live in a lifestyle of chaos and confusion, so that things have clarity and you are in alignment with your goals. That's the point of requirements, so that there's almost like a compass that you're following that guides your life towards the lifestyle that you desire and the lifestyle that you want to live. Now, the first set of requirements that you need to have are the requirements for yourself. What are the rules that you have for yourself that you have to live by? This includes requirements around understanding who you are and what you need. I highly suggest you get a piece of paper or in your journal and literally write down your requirements list that you have for your life. A few prompts or questions you can ask yourself is, what is the requirements for my self-respect? Like, how do I respect myself? Do I let myself sleep in sometimes? Do I nourish myself with the foods that truly show my body respect? Do I treat myself like someone that I love? Like, what are your requirements around self-respect? What are your requirements for your own personal finances? You know, do you have a budget? Do you invest? Do you make sure that you give to charities? Like, what are the requirements that you have around your money? Is there a certain level of money that you feel like is a requirement for you to be making at your, age, education level, whatever it may be? Write that down. And if you're not there yet, then that might be a goal that you need to put in place to start working towards that, if that's going to be a requirement for your life. What are the requirements for your health? Do you go to the doctor? Do you schedule your annual appointments and checkups? Do you get, facials? Do you go to your esthetician to make sure that your skin is clear, or a dermatologist? Do you go to the dentist? Like, what are the requirements that you have in place that you do all the time, every couple months or every year, to make sure that your body and your health are one and are in good shape? What are the requirements that you have for your career, for your job? Do you like going into the office? Do you want to work from home? What are the requirements that you have for how you make your money? Next, for yourself, what are the requirements for where you live? Do you have physical location requirements that you have to live in a warm climate, or you have to live in a cold climate, or you have to live in the desert? Do you have requirements around where you live when it comes to if you live in a city, if you live in the country? Do you have requirements around how you feel with where you live? Do you feel safe? Do you feel unsafe? Do you live in a place where the traffic is so bad you get stressed out? I mean, what are the requirements for your physical environment? How do you keep your house? Does it make you feel good when you walk in the door? Or is it, again, chaotic? You need to have requirements for where you live in your physical environment that makes you feel a certain way, because it's about the energy of your physical environment. What are the requirements that you have for your physical environment? What are the requirements that you have for the people that are in your life? Or what are the requirements that you have that allows people in your life? Like, what are those entry point requirements that in order for someone to get in your life, they have to be this type of person? So that could be anything. It depends on you, right? Are you a political person? Do you require that people that are in your life talk about politics, or are really religious, or, are easygoing, laid back artist type people? Or are they nature people? They love hiking and going out in nature. Or are they athletes? You're an athlete person. What are the requirements that you have for the people in your life? Now, it may not be any of those genres. Maybe you don't care about any of that, as long as the people that are in your life are positive they have a achiever's mindset, or they have a mindset of a goal-oriented person. So it may be completely different. And when it comes to the people that you allow in your life, you need to know your boundaries around the types of people that you have in your life. Hey there, 1 second. Before we move on, I want to tell you about a free gift that I'm giving to all of my followers. It is called Empower Boundaries, How to Build Resilient Personal Boundaries. In this workbook, it's going to go over what boundaries are, what it means to have boundaries, how it affects your life, and how to understand how to verbalize your boundaries. I actually have phrases for you to say to yourself, and so that you can practice to say to other people about how to set limits around your time, your energy, and your space. So definitely check it out. The link is in the description below. Go to the page, sign up, get that free download, and start creating boundaries to create a life that you really love. I hope you enjoy the gift. Now back to the video. So those are the questions that you need to ask yourself when it comes to creating requirements for your life. And now I want to talk about some of the benefits of creating these requirements. Now, some of the benefits is clarity and focus. When you have those requirements, it helps clears up the clutter. So you're not confused on, okay, do I want to live in that place, or do I not want to live in that place? Do I want to let that type of person in my life? Do I want that type of job? When you set your requirements, it gives you kind of like your North Star, like, okay, there's a direction, that's what I need to follow, because requirements set a defined border as to those who can be allowed, the things that you want to do. So you're not chasing your tail. You're not running around doing things that have nothing to do with where you want to go in life and who you want to be. Requirements are also great for personal growth. They're the catalyst for you challenging yourself. And if you say, I want to make more money this year. Okay, so how am I going to get there? Because next year, my requirement is that I'm making X amount of money. So I'm not there yet. How do I get there? So it forces you to grow as a person and really develop certain skill sets that may push you to where you want to be. Lastly, requirements really help you build really complete, good personal relationships. And it helps you attract and really magnetizes you to the people that you want to be around. Because once you sit down and write down your requirements, it helps you eliminate a lot of people that you probably didn't even realize shouldn't even be in your life. People that you're always having to argue with and push with, and reiterate your boundaries, and it's a lot of back and forth. Gosh, that's so stressful and it's such a headache. Why do that? And instead create requirements for yourself where those people don't even get entryway into your life. And you might say, well, Tiffany, some of those people are my family members. Okay, well, because you have those requirements, now you know how much you want to allow them into your life. You can still set boundaries with family members. Just make a decision about, okay, I talk to them, once a week or twice a month or whatever it may be. I'm going to deal with their behavior at the time. I'm going to have to reinforce my boundaries, but for yourself, like, okay, I've set some requirements of how much I'm going to allow myself to deal with my family. So again, requirements really help give you a compass for this new life that you're trying to create after your divorce. It helps you create boundaries. It helps you build up your self-esteem and your self-respect. And it helps to start giving you a compass for the type of lifestyle you want to live. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, share this video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and let other women know. I want to grow this community. I want to grow this channel, and I want to help divorced women in any way that I can. Talk soon. Bye.